Alright, what's up? What's going on, guys? CaptainMonk here. In today's game, playing some Varus AD carry. Or AD carry? Whoopsies. I'm actually playing a mid. Old habit, I guess, to say him in the role that you'd normally see him in. But nowadays, he's actually more of a mid laner, so sorry about that for slight confusion there. But as you see from the title and from the thumbnail, this is actually a mid lane Varus video. And so as you can see, I took the flask and 3 potions with the warding trinket to go into lane here, because with Varus mid, he's all about spell casting, and I want to be able to use my spells, of course, for wave clearing and harass and whatnot, and having that flask and all that, this allows me to be safe and not have to worry about trading all that much, and just sustain through the lane until I get my tier and all that, and get into the blue build, I guess, not quite actually, because you do get a Yumu's, and as far as I know, Yumu's is like purplish, so let's actually look at that. Yeah, it's definitely purplish pink, and then of course you get a Bloodthirster as well, so not quite a blue build, but you do have some blue items in there, you know, Last Whisper, Mirror Mana, all that. And yeah, you know, Varus mid's actually become somewhat popular fairly recently because of the changes they made to Varus's abilities. One of the big ones is they made it so that when you're using your piercing arrow, the cooldown on it begins when you start using it instead of when you actually shoot it, which allows you to charge it for quite a while and reduce the cooldown by a significant amount, so you can spam it more often. And it's kind of crazy because Genja actually brought this out in the bot lane when he was playing Varus AD carry, and he was using Mana Mew, and this is before it was even a good build, but he was kind of like, they call him the Time Lord, where he was trying out a build that was actually very, very good, just wrong time. And that's, again, why they call him the Time Lord, so it's kind of funny. That was also a thing that happened with Kog'Maw, with Triforce. People were saying that's crap, and then, you know, a year later, that's like the best build for Kog'Maw is to rush Triforce, but I'm getting off topic here. So we're playing a mid lane. I did a Varus video 2 years ago when I played him AD carry, and I kind of figured, you know, I want to do another AD carry video recently. And, you know, there's not really any AD carries to really update except for Varus. But, of course, if I'm going to do a Varus update, and I'm just going to use my E here so I don't miss any here, I'm not going to play him AD carry because he's more of a mid laner right now. I mean, yes, he's still very popular AD carry. He can work. And when I say popular, I don't mean, like, he's, like, top tier and played a lot AD carry. What I'm saying is when he's played, he's equally played mid and AD carry is what I'm trying to say here. And I guess that's because a lot of players just aren't really caught up with the meta and all that, but you'll see I'm just going to play really passive against this Ahri here for the beginning. I can harass her with autos, but I'm not going to be able to kill her, so really what's the use? Because, of course, there's a lot of, you know, ways of dodging my spells, and I can harass, but I'm going to be more concerned with just setting up her. I'm going to try and set her up for ganks and all that and harass her once I'm in a scenario where I feel free to do so. So I'm just going to hang back quite a bit, but like I was saying, though, I wanted to do an AD carry video, and Varus just seemed to fit the bill because he is an AD carry, but I'm playing a mid instead because it works extremely well. I'm going to try and show that off in this game. Now, I want to apologize before I get too far into this video for any lackluster commentary. This is my 4th time in a row trying to record a Varus game that would be good. I've had some games that were just really, really bad where we were doing fine, then out of nowhere our team's like, oh hey, let's just not group and feed and lose. And I'm just like, and you know, I'm not really against using games where we lose, but there's games where I'm dying like 4 or 5 times in a row because I'm trying to hold my lane and there's 5 of them and our team is split pushing. It's not a healthy environment for a video where I'm really upset with the team. And if it was a ranked video, it would be different because that happens all the bloody time. But these are players that I play with quite frequently, and I just didn't really want to use games like that. And then we also had some games where there were stomps, and, you know, Varus, you know, with some champions where they're really good in lane and all that, I don't mind as much uploading stomps because, I mean, that's what they're good for, right, is to stomp lane. So it kind of makes sense to, you know, if the game ends up being a surrender, well, I've showed what the champion's useful for, so why the hell not? I'm missing a lot of minions. Luckily, I'm only down 1, so it's not a big deal, but I think you kind of see my point. That's kind of why I uploaded that Teemo game where I stomped, and it was only a 25-minute game, was because, I mean, you know, it's Teemo. Past that, I mean, yeah, he places rooms, and that's about it. And there's not really much to see there. So I kind of showed what there's to show in that game. But with Varus, I don't want to upload a stomp because Varus is all about that mid and late game. His lane phase isn't that great. And of course, I can harass with autos, which I will look to do here, actually, because she missed her charm. But, I mean, yeah, like, I don't really want to upload a stomp of 20-minute game before I actually get going, right? I want to get that mana immune going. I want to have the mirror mana, have a lot of bonus damage going, right? I want the armor pen, I want the cooldown reduction to be able to spam my Q and show off how effective that is. And to do that, I'm going to need some time. So, hopefully you guys understand where I'm coming from and all that. And I should probably also mention, you know, we are using the Arctic Ops skin here, and Varus has a great collection of skins. He's got the Arclight, he's got Heartseeker, he's got this one. He's also got the one that came with release, which is also very nice. And I used that one when I first did my Varus video before he had any other skins. And I was kind of torn on which skin to use for this video, but I kind of decided to use Arctic Ops because I just like it, how he's like this winter soldier. I think that's really fucking awesome. And to add on to that, the color theming really worked with the items I'm going to be building. So I just kind of figured, why the hell not? So when it comes to doing an AD carry video of him, where I go bot lane, I'll probably end up going with either, you know, Heartseeker or Arclight. I'm thinking Arclight because I am a bit more of a fan of that skin compared to the other one. And I dodged the charm again here, so just gonna try with Ahri here with a few autos, juking her abilities left and right. And there we go, not bad. And if I can hit this one last piercing arrow before my blight stacks fade, that'd be great for me. And yep, there we go. So, important thing to keep in mind, your blight, your W, on hit does a bit of bonus damage there, as you can see. Oh, hold on, I'm getting ganked. This guy can't really do anything to me here, actually. Oh, got dodged the charm, though. Had to flash. And that's one of the difficulties with Varus. He has no mobility spells, so if you get caught by a single spell that is going to have crowd control, you might be in a pickle. So, good thing that I used flash there. Otherwise, I probably would have taken some damage that would have possibly led to my demise, if not at least me being forced back to base. And I don't want to base yet. I've got a bit of advantage in this Ahri, and I want to take full advantage of it. So, I'm going to do exactly that. And I cannot remember what I was talking about before, so maybe it'll come back to me, but for the time being, I'm going to try and talk about something else. And hopefully it'll come back to me, because I was talking about something. I feel like it was important, but I can't remember what it was. So I guess for the time being, what I will talk about, and actually we're both 6 here, so if I can get a nice combo going on to Ahri, I could actually probably kill her, but I can't guarantee anything, because I don't have all that much mana to use here. So I would only be able to use 2 spells with the mana I have right now, my ulti and something else. So I'm going to save a bit more mana and hope that I can get one more level up maybe. And uh-oh, I missed a minion there. And maybe get to a point where I can actually kill this Ahri. But this is kind of why I'm playing passive in the lane phase, because yeah, I can use my ability to do a lot of damage to her and harass her, but autoing her, it's a little bit difficult, because my auto attack range, excuse me, is decent, but I'm putting myself in range to get hit by her, what is that thing called? The orb. I can't remember what that's called now. The orb of deception, I think it's called. Her Q. So I don't really want to have to dodge that, because I'm not very good at doing that with Varus. He's not very mobile. So I prefer just to sit back and let the good times roll until I have enough mana from tier and all that, just to spam spells from a distance. Again, it's all about keeping your distance with Varus, because again, he's kind of like Xerath in the sense that you don't really have the luxury of being able to get into the fight really close. You want to sit back and just kind of hit what you can from the outside, because if you get too close and you get hit by one CC spell, you're out. You're done. Bye-bye, right? Like, you can't stay in the fight anymore. And I might get charmed here? Nope. Okay, there was an opportunity where I was behind minions, so I thought she might seize the day, but she chose not to. But I will mention here, I'm maxing Q. And I think I tried to talk about that a bit earlier, but I failed to. Reason you max Q, of course, is with mid lane at Varus. It's all about the Q spam, because, of course, with all the cooldown reduction you should build, the mana you should build, the damage, and the armor pen, it just becomes extremely strong to spam that over and over again through waves, through your opponents, whoever. It's basically your best skill by far. And it's definitely the way to go. When you're playing AD carry, you can kind of go either way. I prefer E now when I play AD carry, because I don't want to be wasting time standing there like this trying to land the Q. I'd much rather be looking to land my E in between auto attacks and auto in between them, and not wasting time trying to land my Q. Because of course, AD carry versus all about the auto attacks, not his abilities nearly as much. So that's normally where I'm going with that. And yeah, it's definitely the way to go. So I definitely recommend when you guys are playing Varus mid for yourself, you max the Q first. And I'm also running Barrier. I feel like I should mention this as well. Barrier, you want to go Barrier for sure if you're in Blind Pick, because it's normally the best way to go. There are, of course, circumstances where it wouldn't be the best, but in Blind Pick, you have no way of knowing that. So, in Blind Pick, and Barrier is normally the way to go, and in this game, it's definitely the way to go against an Ahri, with all that burst that she's going to be trying to lay on me. It's not going to work with Barrier, at least if it's up, that is. So, that's definitely something to keep in mind. But if you're playing ranked and you're against someone like a TF, maybe taking cleanse is good. If you're against someone you know that won't have ignite, you can maybe run heal if you prefer that over barrier. There's other options. You can even go ignite if you want to, but I believe that if you're in range to use ignite on your opponent, because it's pretty short range, you might be a little bit too close to them, and that might be a bit of a danger to you. So keep that in mind as well. Let's max the E second here. Of course, the W is mostly percent damage. The on-hit damage doesn't really change much. It changes a tiny bit, and you shouldn't be too concerned with that. You should be more concerned with having your attack damage increase your attacks, not your W. And the percent damage, again, it's percent, so it's not going to change much in the early game. Base damage is a lot better in the early game, unless it's massive percentages, which it's not really that big. I mean, if you hit a few auto attacks, it definitely helps, but not as much as maxing your E is for sure. So, oops, getting hit by that, but that's okay. Trying to miss no minions here. I get a few autos onto Ahri, actually. Ooh, juke that. At least I got all these minions here. So it's in at 86 CS here at 9 minutes and 40 seconds. So this is a pretty, I won't say a standard game by any means. This is actually really good CS for how I normally play when I'm playing Varus. But this is kind of the normal routine as far as like the general idea here is that I'm just looking to farm. Just farming, not looking to do much else outside of that because, again, I can't really push my advantage. And if I try to and I use my ultimate without flash, and let's say Nocturne comes in with 6, I mean, what can I do besides run? I mean, I don't even run fast to begin with. So I put myself in a really bad spot. And I'm going to look to kill Ahri here, actually, because I feel like I can. I didn't juke the charm, but she doesn't have enough mana to use. Ooh, I fucked up. Yeah, she doesn't have enough mana to use her ulti, so I was thinking I could maybe kill her. Then she flashed right at the end of my ulti's channeling, so I couldn't hit the Q to finish her off. And I used my barrier there because of, honestly, instinct. I was thinking I had Ignite, because when I play mid, I have Ignite, so that's a bit of a bad reflex there. My bad on that one. However, it wasn't exactly a bad thing, because I blocked some damage from Ahri, so maybe I blocked the potential for something, and she's actually sticking around. I can totally kill her if she sticks around. However, her sticking around baits me into thinking Nocturne is definitely nearby. Now, I know that ward won't help much against this ultimate, but that... Ooh, here we go. Here, this is what I was scared of. See, this is what I can't prevent, right? So I'm going to die here. But at least I asserted my dominance and killed Ahri. At least, you know, I got one thing going for me, but that's why I was afraid of using my flash aggressively. Because if I had my flash there, I might have been able to juke long enough for Nathan to come in with his Echo and help me out. Speaking of which, I need to get items, but I'm going to mention the teams here as soon as I do that, and then I'll explain the item choices as I return to lane. So, got the tier here. Actually, we can finish the Manamune, so may as well do that. I'll grab boots as well. Oh, actually, no, I'll get double longsword, actually, because I want brutalizer. So, double longsword. And what the heck, Doran's blade? I don't know if that happened. Oh, I guess the shop changed. Double longsword, because we want that brutalizer, and I'll actually sell the one pot here, because I have flask, I should be fine, and I want a pink ward. Pink ward's going to help me in a great way, because we already have Nathan's pink ward here, I think that's his. Yep. So I'll pink off the other side, and we'll have full vision of the mid lane. And I realize against Nocturne when his ult's up, it might not make the biggest difference, but at least it will mitigate him ganking me without his ulti, so I can just kind of keep a tab on that and work around that. But let's mention the teams here. So we've got Varus playing as Thresh. I was actually talking to him about it and asking him how to pronounce it. He says pronounce the S or the CI kind of like, you know, C, like I see you, right? So that's what I'm going to be doing like that from now on. And we should be able to kill Thresh here. You know, ulti the Ahri here as well. I missed my other spell because she ulted immediately after. I think she's got one more charge. And if she does, this might not land, but okay, I think I might have actually hit her. We have Quinn going in, actually, so might be able to take people out. MF's here, so is Thresh. I sniped Thresh, stole it from Quinn. Oh man, I feel bad now. I totally stole that from him. Hold on, if MF keeps walking. Okay, well I hit that. I'm gonna keep popping my flasks here. Oh man, I am dead. There's no saving me. Yeah, I mean, if Thresh had Lantern, he could have saved me, but yeah, that's not like that's the only thing that would have saved me there. Fizz ulted me. I have no summoners. Yeah, I'm dead. So that sucks. But on the bright side of things, I can upgrade my trinket, which is good. And I mentioned the entire team, didn't I? No, I got to Varus. So yeah, he said to pronounce it like C, like I see you. So Varus playing Thresh support, Heartseeker Bob playing his Quinn AD carry. We also got Nathan Kazuki playing Echo in the jungle, and lastly we have Skyable playing Renekton in the top lane. It's looking like we're actually down. Looks like bot lane lost. Varus having a rough game here, so their Nocturne's pretty strong. Not much stronger than our Echo though, so that's at least good for us. Their Thresh is outdoing our Thresh, it looks like so far. Then again, I haven't seen bot lane, so who really knows? I'll let them to be the judge of that. And mid lane, I mean, I've beaten this Ahri, but not by a whole lot. I mean, I've beaten her by kills, but not in CS anymore. She's actually caught up. But I think clearing this wave will even the odds. Oops, I missed the siege. I suck. But it's looking like Ahri's actually going bot lane, so I'll ping, let my team know to be careful about that. And yeah, it looks like top lane is actually in our favor, but Ahri's coming down, guys. Gotta be careful. There she is. I might be able to stop her siege onto my team here. Looks like Echo's coming in as well. Ahri's going to ult. How many charges does she have left? She has none left. I'm thinking Echo can probably pursue her enough that I might be able to come in and help. I'm going to ulti this guy. I don't think he sees it coming. Yep, he did not see it coming. And I think we can fight this guy. I'm using my barrier at a very bad time, but I think we'll make it work. My auto attack is not going to kill him. Echo's going to clean him up. And he actually kind of blinked over the wall, which I don't know how that happened, but it did. And I might be able to snipe Ahri here. Yes, and I got him. Got him, coach. Alright, that was actually not what I expected. I expected to miss, but I'm very happy I hit her, so that is awesome. And I think there's no threats to us now, so that is very nice for us, because now we can just farm. Oopsies, I missed both the minions, and they weren't moving. No one saw that, though. Alright, let's get out of here, though. Their team is definitely looking to be strong enough to fight us here. I hit MF, though, so they're chunked, and now we can turn the fight around if need be, but I don't think we want to. Because, yeah, Nathan's leaving, so am I, and Thresh is out of there, too. So, the game's looking actually very even right now, which is a nice change of pace. Because although I don't want to wish bad things upon my team and have them struggle, it makes for the game being a little bit more interesting and a little bit more I guess, challenging and better for videos, because I do want to get to that point in the game where, you know, Varus is actually strong. And that's going to begin hopefully soon, actually, because I do have the items that I do need to be strong now. Looks like they took my pink. I've got plenty of potions with my flasks, so I'll just get my new pink and try and find a safer place to put that where it won't get taken out. And I'll head back to the mid lane. So my farm's kind of falling behind where I want to be. I mean, I had really good farm up until like 9-10 minutes. And then all those shenanigans happened where I died twice, so my farm's not where it wanted to be, but I think we can pull it back as long as Bob here doesn't take my CS. Hint, hint. Bob, don't take my CS, you bastard. But please don't yell at me. He scares me sometimes when he yells at me. Nah, I'm just kidding. Me and Bob are buddies. Sometimes we screw with each other. Anyways, they're having me take the blue buff here, it looks like, so I'll take that. Thank you, sir. And of course, you're probably thinking to yourself, or at least some of you might be thinking to yourself, that, you know, you've got mana me. Why do you need that? And it's like, not like I need it, but it helps me to spam away so I can stack things. And you know, we're all here. I don't see any threats right now. And then while we're all here, we may as well do dragon. Of course, they could collapse, but I seriously doubt it that they'll collapse in time. And yep, I was right. They didn't collapse in time, so we get a free dragon for ourselves. Now, Ahri's likely trying to catch me from that brush. It's a very common Ahri thing to do. And she didn't go for it. And I guess it's because she saw Quinn do that. Maybe. Who knows? There's no way of telling. I'll get those minions, though. And Nocturne's on the side here. I'm a little bit worried about this guy, but he is going full damage. So if I can manage to hit my ulti on him, I can easily turn things around on him, because I do a lot of damage myself. And Quinn's actually on him, and Nocturne's ulted here. So let's see what we can do. I'm going to charge my Q here. And, oh, okay, well, he's dead. And I might get caught here over the wall. I'm going to ulti actually over the wall here. I'm going to hit all these guys. Holy crap, the damage I'm unloading on them. Can I kill Ahri? I can. We hit MF with this to keep her passive off. We cannot. Damn it. Well, at least we caught out Ahri there, and actually Thresh as well. Looks like he's going down. At least I think so. Nope. Not quite. But I am Varus. And that's going to be a kill for me. I'm going to flash with the Q once I channel it to get that extra damage on it. Because if you guys don't know, as you channel it from here to here, the damage increases up to the point. So you do want to fully channel it for max damage. So I channel it first, then flash. And of course, it gives them less time to react as well. And she's staying still, so I'll just unload on her. That's one of the biggest problems with MF, is her ulti forces her to stand still. And I might hit her with this blind. I didn't expect to, but I was going to try, just because I had faith. And I didn't manage to hit Nocturne. It's looking like we're too low to really push our advantage here, so let's just back off. I'm hoping Bob can work as good bait here. It's looking like he will. Not quite enough damage for us to kill him. Oh, hello. I'll use my barrier here, actually, because I just want to make sure I'm safe. Oh, okay, I killed Ahri, so not too bad considering the circumstances. I managed to pick off Ahri, but Nocturne is going to clean me up. If I had Flash, I probably could have juked that, but I did use my Flash earlier to kill Thresh, so a bit unfortunate. Goes to show what greed leads to, but at least I can go back to base quicker than recalling and pick up some items towards my Last Whisper. And with this Last Whisper, when I finish it, of course, you guys know what Last Whisper does. It gives me the extra armor ignorance, is what I like to call it. It's not really what it is, but it's cool to say because you do technically ignore armor. 35%, I think, is the number. I'm going to check specifically what it is. Yep, 35% of their armor, which is a bit over a third, which is awesome. And it also gives you that flat damage, which is, of course, very good on someone like Varus. And I don't know if I mentioned the cooldown boots, but of course, I think it might be quite clear to you guys. Not only is it blue, which suits the whole theme of this, but to add on to that, it is also an item that gives me cooldown reduction. And being able to spam my spells is what Varus is all about when you're playing a mid lane. You're not playing as an AD carry, so it's all about using your spells, and cooldown reduction allows you to use your spells more frequently. And that is essential for success with a champion like this. And as you can see here, the stacks here are very, very low, 228, exceptionally low. But if I continue to spam spells, I should be able to get my Mirror Mana, hopefully by 30 minutes at the very latest. The latest I've had it, well, after all these games I've played, was 32. And that was with a game where we got stopped. And I just was, sucking it up, playing through the game. So I'm thinking that I should be able to finish it pretty quick here, because I didn't get my Mana Immune all that long ago. And I'll start spamming Qs through the waves like this, waiting for the Mana Immune to be ready for my next ability. And then just Q again, and Q again, and Q again. You guys know how this goes. But we actually have Echo going from the side with a great stun onto Ahri, and that's going to clean her up with my Piercing Arrow doing a shit ton of damage. Now we have Bob going in as Quinn here, and I'm thinking I might be able to get the snipe too. I can. Here's next one onto Thresh. I'm not going to pick that one off, but I definitely got an assist, and that is awesome for us. And with these auto attacks, of course, as I'm using Mana Immune, I will also stack my tier with that. And after that fight, we do have ourselves almost 300 stacks, which is huge. Nocturne went bottom and didn't even help their team. Who the hell knows why? He's missing out, because we are going to take this turret now. We have the fish coming in. He's probably used this Playful Trickster. Yep, there it is. And now I'll just unload on this guy. I was expecting him to use it a little bit sooner, but that still worked out. And yeah, he's just getting completely ka-chunked. I don't know why I said it like that. It sounded better in my head. But he is still going to get fucked up. And I don't have Flash, so I can't Flash Q him like I did the Thresh earlier. But I can at least force him out. And we have the hook missing on Ari here. And I'm probably going to go down here as well. But no, I was really hoping I can get a kill before I died. We definitely overstayed our welcome. However, with that said, I feel like the only reason that was a problem was because our team wasn't together. We had Renekton over here, and I think he got the turret, so not too bad. But we have Nathan over here taking the red buff. And in my humble opinion, there is no reason for that. Except if we're looking to stall the game out. Which, now that I think about it, is a 20-minute game, but it's quite close. So I was looking to actually push the advantage. So, yeah. I guess that was what he was doing. Because he's a buddy of mine. He knows that I'm looking to have games that aren't 20-minute stops. So I think he was trying to, I guess, avoid pushing the turret to try and stall the game out a little bit. So I understand that. But in that scenario, if we were looking to push the advantage as soon as possible, definitely be there trying to push that ASAP. Because we had the numbers advantage. There was really no excuse besides trying to stall the game to do that. So I'm gonna get my Yumu's Ghostblade next here, and this item is great for me because with the active I get that extra movement speed and attack speed. The attack speed comes in handy a little bit because of course I'm not exactly the quickest attacker with this champion with a really low attack speed, and of course you might be thinking, well, you're not building attack speed, so what are you complaining about? Well, it still helps. It's basically a free stat from this item because the stats it gives alone are cost effective. So the extra active is just a bonus. The movement speed is great because I'm not very mobile on this champion to begin with. So being able to have that extra boost of movement speed allows me to kite around a little bit better, and that helps for sure. And of course the base stats are great. Armor pen, damage, and that tiny bit of crit. I mean, it occasionally makes a difference, but of course it's a, what is that, 10% crit? 15? Yeah, it's 15% crit. It's very rarely going to present itself as a factor in fights. But, oh, he's gonna be blue? Okay, I'm coming. Sorry, was zoned out. Anyways, let's grab this blue buff. I'm pretty sure we can get it for ourselves as long as... Oh, hello. Oh, well, I'm dead. Yeah, we need more wards. Like, straight up. Dragon's up, and I realize I have Trinket and I should be warding. However, I was distracted by the blue buff. And that's not an excuse, but that is a reason for why I wasn't warding. But we definitely need more wards. Need more ward control on drag. Gotta start playing well or we lose. Yeah, we gotta start playing well because otherwise we probably will lose this game because from what I can tell their team comp it might be better than ours late game. I mean, Renekton kind of falls off in comparison to someone like Fizz. Echo I don't really know in comparison to someone like Nocturne. I think he's probably better actually, but yeah, there's definitely a chance for them to come back into this game. And the game is pretty damn close right now. Turrets are a little bit in our favor, but not by much. So we gotta smarten up. So I'm gonna start warding a bit better when I'm in a position where I could get fucked up. And actually, their team's still bot lane, and I don't really understand why. So I'm gonna come down. I think Ari's recalling right here, so I might be able to make a play like I made on Thresh pretty soon. And I did. And I hit this onto MF. So this should be a kill for me. There we go. Double kill. Very, very nice. Putting me at 10 kills and 5 deaths. Of course, those 5 deaths are pretty much entirely my fault, but they could have all been avoided. But at least I know what I did wrong, so I can work on those mistakes. And I feel like a lot of those deaths could have been avoided if I was playing a different champion. Because the thing is with Varus is, of course, there are ways to avoid these deaths, but any mistake you make is a lot more punishing because he doesn't have that luxury of an escape, except for your summoners, of course. So it can be a bit of an issue. Whereas if I was playing someone like Zed, if I make a mistake, oh hey, I have Shadow, right? You kind of see what I'm saying, so you gotta be kind of careful with a champion like this, because any mistake you make is way more punishing. Now let's go ahead and take their Raptors away from them. I've got a lot of gold here, so I can get myself a King, a Bloodthirster next. You definitely want to go with the, not the on-hit build, you want to go with the base damage with the Bloodthirster. And an extra bit of lifesteal does come in handy. And yeah, we're stacking so badly. I don't know why it's taking so long. Normally it doesn't take this long. And I managed to hit that at least. But yeah, I'm just going to keep spamming Qs at people and trying to hit them. And hopefully soon enough I can get myself... Oopsies, I missed those two. I thought I was strong enough to kill all three there, but... Yeah, I definitely need to get my mirror mana really soon. Hopefully by 30 minutes. That's like the goal. Because with some champions like Jace and Ryze, it's pretty easy to do by like 20, 22 minutes. That's normally what I see. But with someone like Varus, because you only have the one spell you really spam, it can be a little bit more tricky. And unfortunately, Quinn's going to go down there, and they're actually looking like they're engaging here. Once Ahri uses her ulti once, I know she has to stand still for a bit, so I'm going to go ahead and ulti her to force her to stay back. So ulti for ulti. And it looks like Renekton's coming from the side. I don't know if we can fight this, but it looks like he thinks so. So let's try this. And gotta be careful of Ahri here. Come on, get off of me. They got a TP here. They've got these guys chasing me down. Like, fuck. So, I don't know if you guys understand it from what I just said in chat, but basically what's going on in these fights is Renekton's diving on them. We've got Thresh, I don't know what he was doing, wasn't seen, and Echo diving on them. And Quinn died, and now it's just pretty much her getting charmed and caught. That's more or less her fault. But in that fight, I mean, I've got Nocturne on me, I've got freaking Ahri on me, I've got their freaking Fizz TP next to me. I mean, I've got nowhere to go. And, I mean, I can't walk this way, because, of course, I mean, from the way that fight was going, there was no way of me really escaping. I was surrounded. So I really needed my team to stop trying to kill them and try to save me, because at this point in the game, I am the biggest factor. And not to sound like, you know, suck my own D or anything, but, like, at this point in the game, I'm the strongest, without a doubt. No questions asked. So what the team needs to do is prioritize my life over killing theirs, because killing them is not going to be an even trade for my life. My life's more important than, you know, killing one of their more important targets, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense, because I'm not trying to sound like I'm like this super high, big ego guy. Like, that's not what I'm going for here. I'm just trying to make sure people understand the importance of protecting your fed champions. And this Fizz just juked the shit out of all of us. That is insane. Well, I might be able to get in range, but I seriously doubt it. Whatever, I'll just wave clear. Missed a few minions, but should be okay. So we're losing our Quinn again, because Fizz killed him. Let's see if I can just spam stuff and kill things, and maybe get my Mirror Mana soon. Only 450 stacks. Ugh. I'll just keep spamming it for no reason. Yeah, the sooner I get this finished, the better, because then I can start using my auto attacks as an extra resource for damage. Because right now my auto attacks do hurt, but they're so sluggish, and they don't do enough damage for it to be really worthwhile. It's better just to sit back and use my abilities constantly, because the cooldowns are so short at this point that I can normally do that. But if I have the Mirror Mana, it becomes like just as strong as my other spells to auto attack. So it ends up being really, really effective. So I'm going to be looking towards doing that as soon as possible. And it looks like next dragon here is in 1 minute. I'm going to start setting up wards for that, because we need to be prepared. We have Thresh in that rush. I'm going to chunk him out a little bit. And I'm just going to keep chunking him out, because we have the vision, so I can actually do this. You know, clear that ward, or replace that ward, not clear it. And yeah, shove mid as well. Just spam Q. Q is basically the duct tape of League of Legends. Just keep spamming it. It's good for everything. It's good for poke, wave clear, all the good shit. And it looks like MF's basing here, so when Dragon's up, we might be able to rush it, but she'd probably be back by then, because of course she has MF. She's very fast with her passive and all that, so we gotta be kind of conscious of that. However, I can probably just keep spamming wave clear here and using my spells to stack tier. And auto attacks, of course, do stack the tier as well. But I can't auto attack if there's no targets. I can use spells when there's no targets, so... Actually, can I hit Thresh? Nah, I doubt it. Well, I'll hit someone over here, I guess. Yeah, hit MF. That is a nice chunk of damage. And I'll do it again, if I can. Alright, I think I hit Thresh with that one. And yeah, with this blue buff, I can just keep doing this all day long. Nocturne's gonna take a hit now. He's got some armor, doesn't he? Yeah, Randuin's. Great. He didn't have a Randuin's earlier. He was squishy before, but we didn't push our advantage, so now he's a giant problem. It looks like he's ulting, so who's he on? He's on our Quinn here. I'm going to ulti the Fizz here, try to keep him down off of our backline. And this is what we need to be doing. This is really good, actually. We're peeling the backline really well. I'm going to take a lot of damage here, but at least I'm going to live. And it looks like Renekton sold their MF, and my team peeled me wonderfully. So that's going to be a safe me. And that's a trade Renekton for 2. That's not too bad, but I'm really chunked, so I gotta go back to base. And I can afford my Bloodthirster now, which really should help my sustain, because of course it will give me that lifesteal, but also that shield, and more damage, which is obviously also good. And it looks like my team's going back in there. I don't want to miss this. Actually, doesn't look like they killed anybody. I was really expecting Quinn to use her ulti there and kill them both. But I guess that didn't quite happen the way we expected. But still, with this Bloodthirster, I should be in a much better spot. And for my next item, I'm definitely going to be getting a QSS. Because QSS will allow me to use that active, of course, and remove the Nocturne Fear, allow me to remove the Ahri Charm, remove the Fizz ult. Of course, I can't actually remove the damage from it, but I can at least unchain it for myself so that I can walk around and maybe avoid it. but it is kind of tricky. It's one of the harder ones to remove with QSS because I can remove it, but actually removing it to the point where it makes where it actually makes a difference. That's the tricky part. All right, well, there's a lot of farm up here, so I'm gonna push this up. Looks like they took dragons, so that's unfortunate. And yeah, we definitely need to be grouping. The only reason I'm here is because everyone's in base, so there's not really much to group for right now. I'd just be standing mid doing the same thing, but with less farm. So I'll get these minions here, and then I'll be mid to help my team out. And yeah, with this Bloodthirster shield, I just block a lot of damage from minion aggro. I'm going to ping this so that... Oh, she wants me to take it? Alright. And then she pinged me. Yeah, and she's saying you, so yeah, she definitely wants me to take this. I don't know how I feel about this, because I'm not really auto-attacking as much as Quinn is, for example. She's building an 80 carry build with, you know, attack speed, crit, and all that, but I think, considering he's saying to it for me to take it, I'll trust him on that one. We can catch Thresh here. I have a red buff, so if I get an auto attack off, they're slowed. The hook is going to go wide, but at least we got some nice poke on him with my Q there. And Bob is caught again. I missed that. Damn it. Well, at least Ahri has no ult. That's at least a small victory. And it looks like Nocturne's going to be ulting me pretty soon here, so I got to be really careful. My barrier is down, but I still have my flash, so I can't outplay. But yeah, we just need to wait for Bob to come up. He's up in like just over 20 seconds here. I think we can stall that out under this turret with full HP. I've got great wave clear, so as long as I don't get caught by someone like that, I should be okay. But it looks like he's not going to have... Actually, he's stunned here. We can totally take this guy out. I'm going to flash back. I'm scared of Nocturne. I can't see anything right now, so... Alright, well, I hit MF at least. Alright, Nocturne didn't go on me, so that's nice. Oh, fuck. Alright, well, Ahri didn't actually hit me with her stuff. Quinn's coming back in now. And there's another kill from me. Alright, we killed MF, actually. I didn't know I killed MF, so that's good. Put the minions down. It looks like we actually just destroyed their team. Nocturne's the only one up, and his ulti is down, so he's not going to come out of nowhere to kill me. We need this inhibitor, guys. Inhib. Don't be bitches. Inhib. Nocturne can't stop us if there's 4 of us, right? We have the crowd control. He only has 1 spell shield. We could do this, and they all left to go and deal with Nocturne killing 1 turret. Guys, come on, priorities. And we don't have a minion wave anymore, because it died to minions. Alright, well, Nocturne's pushing the base. Thresh is here. We can do this. We just need to, you know, do it. I'm gonna kill this guy. I got to. If I don't kill this guy, we're not gonna take their base. I'm trying to clear the waves so that me and Thresh can get this turret. MF is up. I should be able to get this turret before MF is here. There you go. Oh, minions, please. Minions, please. Minions didn't hit it. Fuck. That is such a problem, because that's going to heal. Ugh. I really wanted that turret, but I really thought I had it, but I guess not. That's really going to suck for me. At least I get a blue buff. You know, that's cool. Damn, dude, that really frustrates me, because that was so clutch, and I didn't get that last hit in. I really thought that last hit was going to get it. Damn. Well, at least I get QSS now, and that's going to give me a lot more safety. In fact, I'm going to put that on my Twitch finger, which is what I like to call an active that I need because of a reflex, and not an active I need because I think about it. My think about one is my 3. So, if that makes sense at all, on things that I use instinctively, I'm going to put them on 2 because I think I'm going to need it. But on things that I actually think about and I calculate a little bit, then I put them on 3. So if I ever get to a bad situation, I panic and put 2. Of course, that is not advice for you guys to do exactly what I do. It's just how it is for me. Of course, your buttons are completely dependent upon what it is that works best for you. The only exception to that is I definitely recommend you guys use Smart Cast over Normal Cast, because Smart Cast saves time, and saving time can save lives. And that nope, didn't hit Thresh. I thought it did. Alright, well, my mana immune, it's actually close. I'm at 35 minutes here, basically, 34. So I expect to have it by 35. So definitely slower than I wanted. Much, much slower. But it's going to happen here in this match. And that's what matters. And I already forced her ultimate from my Q. That is so huge. And actually, I'm really overextended here. My team needs to join me here. Like, they need to be standing mid. There's no reason to be standing anywhere else. And okay, she moved to the side. Didn't expect that. That's fine. You know, when you're playing against a Varus, pro tip, tiny little tip here. If you do not feel confident dodging Varus' Q, stand behind the minion wave, so at least if it hits you, it does reduce damage, because it goes down to 33% damage if it goes through multiple targets beforehand, right? So, keep that in mind, that if Ahri, unless, I mean, if she dodges it, great, but if she doesn't dodge it, at least stand behind minions so that you can reduce the damage it does. And he's going to use his playful trickster, so I'm not going to ulti just yet. Alright, wait out the Nocturne ultimate. I'm gonna ulti Ahri here. There's the combo on her. She's down. Alright, now Thresh is the one that's in front of me, so I'm gonna ulti him. And I use my QSS by instinct, even though I said earlier that I wanted to use my instinct on you. You guys know what I'm saying. Anyway, so let's just kill this guy. There we go. Alright, looks like we just aced them. Alright, well I got a double kill. That was awesome. To kind of clear up the confusion about that, I changed what my active was after I used it in a fight, so I guess I kind of messed up my whole actives thing. But it still worked out. I used both. Didn't cost us anything. I didn't use QSS at a time that costed me needing it later on, so... Holy shit! We managed to finally get the inhibitor, it looks like. We can do Baron as well. I really don't think we can end. They have Ahri, MF, and Thresh up, but I think we have the numbers here before Nocturne and Fizz are up to do Baron. And on the way there, I'm going to get some wards down to let us know if they're coming. It is not risky if we do it. And Quinn, what the fuck? Baron, you piece of... piece of cheese. Don't go and do something stupid. We need this Baron. If they come, we're dead, unless you are here. Alright, we got it. Alright, so I don't know why I said alright twice, now I said it 3 times. Now I have Mercurial Scimitar, so what I'm going to do here now is with 3 actives, holy shit is this ever overwhelming. I guess whenever I'm hitting a champion, I'll turn on my Mirror Mana, which increases my damage by a massive amount. I'm going to go ahead and explain how big this is. You see that number at the bottom there? That is the 115 number, right? That number times 2 is how much I will deal as bonus damage on my auto attacks to champions when the item is activated like that. However, as my mana depletes and I have less and less mana, it will do less and less damage based on how much mana I have. So it's a percentage of how much mana you have in your pool. Similar to Rise in the fact that there's damage based on how much mana you have, but it's not on total mana, it's based off of how much mana you actually have in your kit. And uh-oh, that is really, really bad. Quinn's overextended again, dying. Fuck. Okay, well, if she runs, she can stall. And she's doing exactly what she needs to do. This is actually really good now. Because now Nocturne's overextended and he has no escapes. He's only got engages with his ult, so this guy is going to be in a hell of amount of trouble. And I missed that, but he's not that fast that Quinn can't keep up. And as long as Quinn can keep up, this is what's going to happen. And I'll let Quinn clean that one up. She's using flash and everything. The guy's not going to execute. There's not enough time for that, so he's going to die, so that's good. What was I going to say? Right, so that's what the usefulness of that is, and I'm really glad I have that finally. It took forever to stack it, and that's just me being bad and not knowing how to do that best. That's really what it comes down to. And so, Mercurial Scimitar, of course, damage and all that good shit. And holy shit, I have 490 AD, dude. What the fuck? That is so much AD. But yeah, that's going to give me that magic resist as well for Fizz and Ahri. And I guess Nocturne a little bit. He has some magic damage. I'm going to remove any spell that gets locked on me with the QSS effect. And lastly, the Yumus for any fight, pretty much, because it's a 45-second cooldown, so I may as well. And damn, I do a lot of damage. Holy shit. At that stage in the game where I'm literally one of the strongest, if not the strongest champions in the game, as far as pure damage output is concerned. So as long as I don't get caught, I'm going to be a force to be reckoned with. And Ahri's on the side here, so I'm going to try and chunk her over the wall from Fog of War. I don't think she'll see it coming. But she dodged it nonetheless. Damn it. Well, I'll hit Fizz at least, and that does a lot of damage, even though he's Bruiser Fizz instead of AP Fizz like I did recently. But I'm thinking here, we can probably go top lane. There's not really much to gang mid right now, so I can chunk these guys out as we rotate, but we definitely need to be rotating. There's nothing for us mid, so we need to... I mean, unless we want to brute force our way into the Nexus, but that's just really difficult to do with only one inhibitor. You kind of need 2 in this point in the game. Mana is not on it, is it? Alright, now it's on. Okay. I just want to make sure I wasn't wasting my mana by mistake. I had a feeling I was. I missed that, unfortunately. Of course I'm going to miss some of my piercing arrows. That's going to happen to the best of us. But if I hit a really key one like that on Ahri, boom, you're back to base. Simple as that. And of course I want to prioritize their squishies, but their squishies aren't overextending enough that it's safe for me to poke them in a lot of these cases, so. Okay, someone's going. Where's Quinn? Quinn's mid. Well, okay. And we have our friend Nathan in there, so with him in there, he could tank the turret and I didn't have to, so that makes that a lot easier. I'm going to flash that because I saw that coming from a mile away. But I'm still kind of chunked here, but I still have barriers, so this is still doable. Ah, sheep. Oh, she hourglass. Kill her. Alright, good. That was really, really well done by what's-his-face, Thresh. He managed to get that hook on when we really needed it. Nocturne's split pushing, pulling a Meteos, but we should be able to push the second inhibitor. And from here, this game, barriers coming out. I think this guy's going to kill me no matter what I do, but hopefully my team can at least clean him up. And with 2 inhibs, this game has gotten a lot easier for us as long as we don't lose this one too. I have faith that Echo can 1v1 this guy, honestly, as long as he, plays it right. So far, he's not playing it perfectly, but he's definitely playing it well enough to have a chance. Yeah, maybe he'll pull this off. And I hope he will. And now we have Quinn coming in. Nocturne's going to ulti, but he has no escape with his ulti, just the vision, and yep, he's down. So they get no inhib. We have one here. We have a next one here. And holy crap, this game, I just realized how close this is. I have no idea why it's so close. It shouldn't be, but it is. And at this point in the game, I mean, yeah, the damage from this item is nice and the QSS is nice, but I feel like if I get hit by anything, even if I cleanse it, I'm probably still going to die. I'm going to get GA. It's a lot more trustworthy of an item, less based on my actually using the active, which makes it a lot less stressful for me, because if I don't use the active at the right time, I'm fucked. So at least this way, I can have the luxury of not having to worry about the active of QSS, so just, if I get caught, fuck it, I'll die, and hopefully my team will peel me when I'm back up. That's kind of what I'm hoping for at this point in the game. Alright, so we're up. We have Renekton up here soon. Nocturne's down. Dragon is up, and that's Dragon number 4 for them, if not 2 for us. Our Dragon control has not been very good this game, so we are probably going to want to look to get that. However, that's going to be a 50-50 for that. So maybe we might want to trade their base for Dragon. Who really knows what makes sense? And, Echo's here, and I'm going to let him farm this. I'm full build. I'm only going to wave clear if we really need to. Echo. Take the wave clear, man. Yeah, I mean, I'm full build. I have the opportunity to give CS away when, I mean, it's not going to do anything harmful to our team, then why the hell not, right? Alright, now no one's here, so I'll push this up to try and hurt them. Because I'll have to deal with this minion wave. And we can work our way towards Dragon. I'm going to try and get some wards down. And why does I only have one ward? Oh, I guess it was loading a new one. I didn't see the loading symbol, so now we see it, so we're good. But the Dragon's up now. They're not here. They're not ready for this. Let's use my Yumus, and let's just shred this as fast as we possibly can. Looks like Nocturne's going to want to try and get into the pit here, so I'm going to combo it. And I comboed it late, but we still got it. Echo got it, so that is awesome. And if we can get this Fizz without him using this Playful Trickster, it's the Playful Trickster, that's what I was afraid of. We should be okay, and actually, if I can hit some people over here... Holy fuck, we just comboed them super hard. But I'm not over the wall, which really sucks. But I'm getting some damage over the wall, at least. Alright. Although I wasn't really in the fight, literally, I made a big difference in that fight. I put on so much damage onto their team, so that is really great for us. My Yumu's active is in 8 seconds here, so I might be able to pursue these guys. But I kind of doubt it, to be honest with you, that I'll be able to do it in time. But might make a difference. Let's get these wards out, though. What the heck? I stopped auto-attacking for some reason. Yeah, Tank Echo actually does a lot more damage than you'd expect. It's kind of crazy. And I have no idea where Nocturne's ulting. I'm going to assume it's bot lane. Oh, fuck. And there's falling into me, and I can't really do much about it. My GA is going to pop here, but their entire team is here. This might be really bad for us. I'm cooked immediately out of coming out of GA. Why was Quinn not there? I don't understand this. But at least their team is sort of chunked out, so maybe Quinn can turn this around. Take the Lantern, please. Take the Lantern. Please take the Lantern. This game is so incredibly close, I'm getting, like, really into it. Alright, well, they got some kills. Thresh looks like he's going to go down now, so that's the ace. But Echo is up in 8 seconds, so I think he might be able to hold them off, because it looks like they're pretty decent. They're pretty weak right now. It looks like the only thing they can go for is either Baron or the inhibitor, but they can't get much more than that. But yeah, I don't know what happened there. Like, we were looking to pressure mid here and get this inhibitor, and we had the numbers and everything. They were down, and yet we were missing people. And I don't think Quinn died in the fight, because I think she went to go bot lane and get farm or something. I really don't know. I didn't see, but I can't think of anything else that could have caused her to not be at the Baron, or not the Baron, the mid lane area. So hopefully Echo can clutch this and find a way to steal the Baron. Doesn't look like it's going to happen, and it looks like he's actually going to get killed here. But on the bright... Oh, he killed Thresh. That's something. Okay, that's actually pretty good. Now these guys are a 4v... well, not really 4v4, but it's definitely something. Because Thresh is going to be down, the rest of us are going to come up. So I think this could be turned to a 4v4 win where they have Baron. So definitely in their favor, but not out of like, it's not like it's impossible for us to do this. Because they are down that inhibitor still, which I think it might be coming up soon. Yep, it's respawning soon. Called it. So they're not going to worry about that for much longer. So this game's really fucking close. I hate games like this. They're this close. I like games they're not stomps, but this is borderline stressful. Holy crap. But yeah, in that last fight there, I don't know if I had my summoners or not, but I just got chain CC'd. And that kind of goes to show you that my positioning must have been bad, because I should not be getting chain CC'd like that. But then again, with a person like Fizz, it's really tough to avoid that sort of thing, because he just dives me, and there's not really any way of preventing that, honestly, because it's Fizz. I mean, he has so much mobility and so much slipperiness that it's really tough to avoid that sort of thing. So yeah, I mean, I should know what to expect from him, and I should be able to counterplay it, but it's not an easy challenge. It really isn't. So it looks like Nocturne's pushing bottom here, so it's looking like it's going to be a bit of a base race here, and Quinn's head first into the battle. I don't know about that. If I can hit Ahri with this, not quite. But yeah, if I can hit Ahri with any poke at all, it really helps us out, because she doesn't have the greatest sustain in the world. And what is Quinn doing? She's in a 1v1 Fizz, and she lost. Why would you do that? I don't know. Please let me get the lantern. I'm gonna flash. I don't know why I flashed. That was a mistake. Alright, pop the Yumus. Need to get out of that MF ulti. Like, I don't know why. Why did you try to solo Fizz? What the fuck? Fizz's job as a champion is to fuck AD carries in the ass. And yet he walks up and welcomes it. Like, I just don't get that. Well, that's probably been the game here, guys. I do apologize that it's a loss. I hate losses, hopefully as much as you guys do. But I really don't feel like that game was entirely my fault. By no means did I play perfectly. I played bad. I made a lot of mistakes. But the mistakes I made, I feel like, wouldn't have changed the outcome of the game that drastically. Yeah, like, I feel like there was a lot of mistakes that our teammates made that really hurt us in a great way. That most recent one really ticked me off. Why was Quinn trying on the side to solo their Fizz? I have no idea. That makes no sense to me. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this game. I'm sorry that I was a little bit negative towards the game as towards, you know, when it gets close like that. I mean, if you guys know me well enough by now, you know I hate losing, and sometimes I get negative about the game because I'm losing, but don't think for even a second that, yeah, it really means much. And so, yeah, hopefully you guys liked this game. If you did, drop a like rating and subscribe for more videos. And, yeah, it's been a while since I've uploaded a game that's this close, so... And holy crap, my voice is so sore. I mean, this is what happens after recording like 4 games in a row. So, hopefully you guys like this. Again, please don't be too mean to me in the comments for being so negative. But I guess you guys know how I am. I do apologize. But that's the recording here, guys. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.
This is some Noodles production.